When you drive through downtown Montreal, just to the east of Guy and Rene-Levesque, you probably noticed a lot of condo towers. However, I want you to think of one for a second. 36 stories, 450 units, a glass structure, less than half a kilometer away from Concordia University. I'm about to take you behind the scenes to the construction site of Quinzecent Condos. Come with me. I'm here with a good friend and VP of Sales and Marketing, Guido Caso, who is going to accompany us on this tour to the 35th floor and a behind-the-scenes look of Quinzecent Condos, a beautiful 36-story, 450-unit glass structure, literally half a kilometer away from Concordia University. So we are on the 35th floor of Quinzecent Condos on Rene-Levesque. So Quinzecent Rene-Levesque, I like to, actually not me, Guido likes to call it the Avenue of the Americas of Montreal.
Yeah, we got a great shot actually right here.
This is a beautiful shot.
You know what you talk about Avenue of America?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
That's Avenue of Americas right here.
See what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So I would say this is really the gateway of downtown Montreal because to the east of Guy and Rene-Levesque, when you enter the downtown core, the first tower you see is Quinzecent Condos, right before the next two towers, which were also a masterpiece by Brivia Group, YUL Phase 1 and YUL Phase 2, right before, entering the downtown core. So I want to talk about the sales process in regards to pre-construction. I have been fortunate enough to be a platinum broker with multiple projects in the city. I've been very grateful to have the opportunity to work with Brivia Group and yourself for the last, I think, decade plus.
Time flies when we're having fun, right?
Time flies when you're having fun, and so do the prices per square foot. Yes. They fly as well. What I've noticed is, it's interesting. I have this conversation with clients all the time. I remember when the price per square foot was under $500 a square foot in the downtown core.
Absolutely.
And in regards to pre-construction, prices went from 500 to 600 to 750 to 850 to 1,000 plus per square foot. And myself being a pre-construction, pre-sales investor, what I've noticed is you can never lose in these types of purchases because you're literally buying at the same time as when some of the developers are buying themselves, right? Like you're buying at the ground level.
Yeah, I mean, obviously pre-sale, like I mentioned, it's over 40 years.
That's right.
Been very active in Canada, West, Toronto base as well. Montreal, the last, I would say 15 years would be like when we started the pre-sale. I mean, it was always existing, just that now it's evolved into the downtown core of Montreal, which is, right, to me, I think well deserved and they need it.
So we've made our way over to the northeast side of the tower, and I'm looking out at Rene-Levesque Boulevard, and you'll notice with these beautiful north views, they're unobstructed views. So to the north of me, I have Mont-Royal and Concordia University. To the south of me, we have Champlain Bridge and we have the St. Lawrence River. So immaculate views here at Quinzecent. And I've noticed that as a common denominator in regards to Brivia projects. I always, advise my clients. They ask me, well, Raymond, we want to buy on a higher floor and we want really nice views. Well, you got to look at the towers that are usually unobstructed, right? Whereas when you get into the core of downtown, sometimes you have a little more obstruction,
Well, we have a balance of needs from our customers. We have customers that, like you said, the south views, the north views, the mountain, the sunsets, and then there's also the city view, where it just sparkles at night.
Of course. So I want to talk about the pre-construction process. Obviously, when we come in as platinum brokers, we're selling these condos, we're selling a dream. I'm selling, a vision of the developer. I've sold, this concrete and these windows. So from the pre-sales point up to delivery, there's so much in between as a developer, as VP of Sales and Marketing, that you're responsible for. But typically, when an investor purchases at pre-sales with me, and they're handed their keys at the notary, What's the timeline like for a tower like this?
Well, for Quinzecent, for example, we launched in 2018.
That's right.
Our pre-sales obviously came in quite quickly, and then from there we did our groundbreaking, and then we had the milestones where we reached the first level, and then of course we topped off, and now the curtain wall is up. This typically takes anywhere between, depending on the height of the tower, anywhere between 24 to 36 months. 24 to 36 months. So you're looking at 2 to 3 years from Correct.
the point of me selling the unit, or from the point that the shovel's in the ground?
From you selling the unit.
All the way to delivery?
Yeah, all the way to delivery.
Okay, perfect.
Typically that's our time.
And this is a 36-story, as mentioned earlier, structure. Typically, a building like this will have anywhere between 400 and 500 units, depending on the size?
Depending on the floor plate, depending on so many,
Depending on the type of types of units, of course.
Absolutely.
Because some, as you know, some towers have more studios, and then some towers have
typology also changes. The location has a lot to do with it as well.
That's right.
There's market studies that we do,
Of course.
and then from there we end up developing, creating the so-called recipe.
So let me touch on market studies. Is there really a market? Because I get asked this question all the time, and to hear it directly from the developer, it's as good as its weight in gold. My answer to people that ask me this question is usually based on what I know from experience. And the question is there a market for that many studios in Montreal because they're usually smaller units? Or do studios rent out faster? Are they still a good investment?
Real estate is a living organism.
That's so true.
Like from the days of YUL, for example, when I take our experience, our studios were not as common in the downtown core.
That's right.
And as other projects and the city is being built, it basically evolved into a different need for the customers, and that's what we follow.
That's right.
That's what we follow. We look at stats. We look in the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
At the same time, trying to project, going forward and what's in the future.
That's right.
What demands are.
So a lot of my clients that purchased here at pre-sales are extremely excited to receive their units. Not only the proximity to Concordia University, but it being a Rene-Levesque address, in-ground pool, spa, sauna, gym. Can you tell me a little bit about the amenities, as well as I want you to touch on if there's any units available here right now?
We still have a few, select few units at Quinzecent. There's a few on the higher up floors, which on the 35th here we have a couple, as well as some wonderful two bedrooms that face north and face south.
And what about amenities? What's different here than someone looking to buy at another tower?
Well, right now our amenities, we're strong on amenities. We take a lot of space, a lot of real estate. We like to give. So, for example, the biggest amenity at Quinzecent is the 30,000 square feet commercial space.
That's right.
And over and above that, we have our pool, indoor pool, which basically gives access to the outdoor garden space that we have on the third floor, which is like a rooftop kind of concept.
Yeah.
As well as cinema. We have barbecue and sections where there's just
outdoor patio area.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Correct. Our gym is phenomenal. I think the gym at Quinzecent is actually so motivating.
Really, eh?
Very tall ceilings, double height.
Yeah.
Compared to maybe other gyms that are being developed or other amenities that are being developed out there, including our other projects.
Yes.
But I have to say the gym is really outstanding.
And as we mentioned earlier, the drive-in, drive-out. So,
Yes.
high-end Miami hotel style.
If you'd like to say that,
You
yes.
drive through.
Yeah.
So what's happening is someone's coming to pick you up, drop you off.
Yeah, Uber, whatever.
Yeah, you're coming home. With our winters here,
Exactly.
it's usually better to be under a roof, right?
Exactly. Over above that, we also included a snow melt system.
Beautiful.
So that when you do drive in, there's worry-free about being snow, having ice. There's nothing to remove.
So the paving stone will all have snow melt system.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So heated paving stone in the drive-in, drive-out as you drive up to your condo. So you know me, I'm always full of questions, and I am going to ask.
Ask away.
If you can hint on anything coming up by Brivia Group or what you guys are currently working on? Can you throw me a bone here?
Well, obviously, we're always working on other stuff. You know, there's multiple projects coming up and plans. And Raymond, as you know, we've been working for quite a while, and you'll be the first, one of the first to know.
Beautiful. So, okay, well, look,
I can promise you that.
I look forward to working with you for another decade plus. I appreciate you guys doing this and bringing us behind the scenes here.
Perfect.
Thank you very much, Guido.
Hey, pleasure.